Hey dudes, what's up? It's Silvite Soltis here again for my next installment of Memories of Vanilla. Last time, I told about how I hit the epic milestone of level 40 by grinding out pirates and Naga in STV. And while I was ecstatic to get my shadow form, there still remained one big goal to achieve around this time. That's right, today I'm going to tell you about how I got that wonderful first mount in World of Warcraft, my Black Stallion. Before we begin though, I'd just like to quickly say thank you to everyone watching this video. It's a lot of fun for me to reflect on these times, as well as to create other classic WoW content in my free time. But the fact that you all seem to be enjoying it always inspires me, even when I'm not feeling particularly self-motivated. I probably wouldn't still be doing this without your support, so thank you all so very much. But anyway, for now, let's just get on with the story. It was somewhere around mid to late January of 2006 when this story took place. I remember it being a particularly cold Ohio day as well, with snow and wind that really made me want to stay inside and do nothing but play WoW. But alas, being 15, I had to go to school. The past week and a half or so had been a blur of grinding and frugal spending in Azeroth. I'd recently just hit level 40, as mentioned in my previous installment, and I had nowhere near the 100 gold that I needed for my riding skill and first mount. My friend, Leica, had offered to help me grind when he wasn't preoccupied with his own dungeons during his time on the account, and so together we'd saved up around 75 gold or so, although I don't remember exactly how much. So while I sat in school, daydreaming about when I'd eventually get my mount, a thought came to me. Which mount should I buy? As a human priest, my options were limited to a horse, of course. But since it was so expensive, I couldn't purchase more than one. I remember considering this question as I went to my computer science class in the afternoon. As I sat there, half listening to the instructions for an assignment, I decided that I'd look up the options rather than actually pay attention to whatever the teacher was droning on about. So, browsing through Thoughtbot, I found the different options that were available. If I remember correctly, there were 4 choices: brown horse, pinto, chestnut mare, and black stallion. And though I don't recall seeing what any of them looked like there and then, I knew that for a shadow priest there could really only be one option: the black stallion. My choice was made even before I ever saw it. The school day ended, and I headed to my job at the local pizzeria again. After all, those dishes weren't going to wash themselves. It was only a short shift, since 15-year-olds could only work until around 7 o'clock or so back then, due to child labor laws. So I figured I'd be able to get another 6 or 7 gold when I got home, assuming Leica wasn't busy doing a dungeon or something. However, that day at work was really busy, and so I ended up not actually being able to leave until about 8 o'clock or so. I was pretty bummed because I was really expecting to be able to grind out that last bit of gold over the next few days, and any setback was really disheartening. But still, I shrugged it off as I got in the car to head home. Just then, I got a call on my phone. "Hey Silvite, you done at work or what?" Leica said. "Yeah, I just finished, dude. Heading home now. Why, what's up?" I answered, wondering why he sounded so excited. "Okay, cool," he replied. "Log on to WoW as soon as you get home. I've got something to show you." I pried a little bit at that, but he refused to say any more. So, as soon as I got home, I ran to my computer in the basement, not even bothering to change my dirty dishwater-soaked clothes first. Firing it up, I wondered what Leica could have meant. Surely he hadn't bought them out for me. The character select screen came up, and I noticed something odd straight away. My priest was in the wetlands, but I knew for a fact that I had been in STV when I'd logged out. Clearly, Leica had moved me. Shrugging, I logged in and noticed I was standing just inside the entrance of the inn, right by the mailbox. Everything seemed pretty normal though. My gold was the same amount too, so I wondered what the whole point was. But as I was about to call him back to ask what the deal was, I noticed something in the top right-hand corner of my screen. I had mail. I moved out and over to the mailbox just outside. Clicking it, I found that I had a single letter in there from Leica. "Congrats, noob. Get to 60 already." And attached to that letter were 25 shiny gold pieces. He'd given me that last bit of gold that I needed to purchase my riding skill and my first mount. Fumbling, I called him up to thank him. "Dude, really?" "Yeah, really. Go get your mount. The Black Stallion is over there in Menethil Harbor. Go buy it and start leveling again. I'm tired of grinding for you." "Dude, thank you. I can't even." "Thanks, man." And so, with gold in hand and goal within reach, I ran over to that riding trainer in Menethil Harbor, learned that riding skill, and bought my first mount, the Black Stallion. After running around for a bit on my new mount, I called Leica again to ask how he'd gotten the gold in such a short time. Apparently, he'd just been doing some dungeon the night before and gotten lucky with a blue BOE that sold for like 30 gold on the auction house while he was at work that day. Feeling like it was just luck, he decided to use that gold to help me out rather than keeping it for himself. I thanked him again several times and vowed to get to 60 faster now that I could travel more quickly. And though it would still be several months before I'd make it there, it felt amazing the whole time. I hope you enjoyed this short story of how I got my first mount in classic World of Warcraft. Back then, it was so important to have friends that would be willing to help you out. And I feel like this situation I was in really reflects that. If it hadn't been for my friend Leica, I might have been running around on foot until level 45 or so by the time I'd collected enough gold. And that's with forgoing new spells and abilities too. He really was a big help to my WoW adventure, and I can really never thank him enough for that. But anyway, that's all for today. If you liked this story, remember to subscribe for more content in the future. Also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and check out my blog over on Blogspot. There's still a lot more coming, so be ready. Thanks again for watching, and as always, take it easy, guys.